Shalom, shalom. This is the brother Shamar War of the GMS Valley, North Carolina camp, coming back with another lesson. Before I go any further, I want to give all praises, all honor, and all glory to the Heavenly Father and His only begotten Son, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai Ba'Shem Kakwadash. Next, double honors to the Apostle and Elders, Great Millstone, and taught us the 100% truth according to the King James Bible, as well as the Apocrypha. Double shalom to the brothers going the highways and the byways and duties of us to feed the hopeful elect. All right. And this is just quick little lesson on, on what to expect, in the time of the day, the visitation of the Lord, the day of the Lord. How is it coming? This is just a quick little lesson on that, and I'm going to start off with Amos chapter 5, verse 18. It says, woe unto you that desire the day of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. To what end is it for you? It says the day of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai is darkness and not light. The day of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai is darkness and not light. There's a lot of things that's going to be happening in that day. It says, woe unto you. Woe means death and destruction. And to 2/3 of the nation of Israel that desire the day of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. If you're not right with the Heavenly Father and you're not on the right hand side of Him, being shown favor in that day, it's utter chaos for you. It's utter destruction for you. Beaten to a pulp, burnt up to a crisp, mauled down in the streets, your body eating itself away through famine and everything, your body shutting down and breaking down due to plagues and pestilence. This is woe unto you that desire the day of the Lord. You're not on the right hand side of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. It says, to what end is it for you? The day of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai is darkness and not light. You could look at this day and age that we're in, Babylon the Great, as well as the other four corners of the earth, have been getting worse and worse since, that scamdemic had broke out, which it's all of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, Shall evil be done in the city and the Lord have not done it? This Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai orchestrating these things, And this day and age, it's only getting worse and worse. You have man-made famine that is constantly growing more and more, It says, verse 19, Amos 5 and 19, as if a man did flee from a lion and a bear met him, You escape one hardship, but then another hardship, You escape that lion, i.e. could be, the famine. But then you're met with Gurga troops, you're met with martial law, That is knocking at your door next, That's come upon you. It says, or went into the house and leaned his hand upon the wall and a serpent bit him. All right, say you got away from martial law and these Gurga troops. You was able to get low and get away from that. But boom, next thing you know, one of the plays that Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai sent for came and went and got you. A spirit created for vengeance, some crazy and deranged person just seen you in the street, some cannibal, cannibalism. You were succumb to cannibalism, you was eating, you was deleted and eaten, That's what these days entail from, the Heavenly Father, the way He's moving in the earth right about now, It's only getting worse, It says, shall the day of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai be darkness and not light? That's what these scriptures is telling you, that the day of the Lord is going to be dark. It's going to be very dark. It's going to be worse than any other time upon the face of the earth, That's the type of judgment that Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai is bringing, because He's showing His power in the earth, And then for the hopeful elect, He's showing that, that if you trust in Him, He's going to get you through these type of times. These are the type of times that's going to be spoken about in the kingdom. Stories that's going to be passed down from generation to generation. Verse 20 again. So shall the day of the Lord be darkness and not light, even very dark and no brightness in it. And that's what I'm harping on. the day of the Lord is going to be very gloomy, very dark. It's going to be a lot of death and destruction going on. But people are hoping for peace and safety, and that's not coming. This is 1 Thessalonians chapter 5, verse 2. For yourselves know perfectly that the day of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua so cometh as a thief in the night. We don't know when Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, we don't know when Yahweh is going to send his only begotten son Yahushua back, So we got to be on our watch, But we know perfectly that we know perfectly because, the Lord was able to sup with us. He was able to reveal these secrets unto us, of understanding these prophecies by way of these scriptures and measuring them up with current events. So, therefore, we know, this prophecy kicked off. So we're one day closer to the day of the Lord happening. So we understand that we don't know the day and the hour, but we know about the signs. That's how we're able to understand. It says, for when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them. When the media is saying peace and safety, they're saying America's going to get brighter, the day's better, the economy not going to crash and all that. That's when all these things is going to take place. The economy is going to crash, death and destruction is going to ramp up more and more, When it says peace and safety, that's when more dangers and more wars and rumors of wars and more LDs, lockdowns, and all that is finna doggone happen, And it says, then sudden destruction cometh upon them, come up upon our people as well as the inhabitants of the land, not only the land of America, aka Babylon the Great, but is all these other parts of the world. They're going to be feeling, the day of the Lord. They're going to be feeling this these insurrections and uprises and these dark, gloomy days as well. It says, as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. If you're on these shores of America, you're gonna feel, you're gonna feel this famine. You're gonna feel, a wicked demonic vibration out here. You're gonna see cannibalism. You're gonna see, the love of many waxing cold. You're gonna see martial law. You're gonna see these things, and it's gonna be a travail upon a woman with child. Your mind is gonna melt. The mighty men are gonna be pains and sorrows. They're gonna they're gonna travail like a woman with child. So how much more of these women? They're gonna be unstable in a Salaki. They're gonna be unstable in their minds and everything. And rightfully so, because they lack the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of these scriptures and the fear of the Lord that's going to keep them stable. They lack these things. But for the hopeful elect, they're going to be comforted with these scriptures and the spirit of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. But pretty much just going into the day of the Lord. This is Romans chapter 13, verse 11. It says, and that knowing that now it is high time to awake out of sleep, us understanding that the times that we're in and seeing the judgments that are going forth in the earth, and us hearing of these wars and rumors of wars, us seeing a shortage of resources, a shortage of food and the price of food going up and the inflation and all that, and the economy, and stock market, they're getting worse and worse and all that, they're declining. We seeing these things, we understand that our salvation is nearer than when we believe. Salaki. It says, us seeing these things, we're waking out of sleep, we're getting more in tune with the words of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, and we're taking advantage of this grace period that we have. It says, for now is our salvation nearer than when we believe. We understand that it could be, any how should I say, any next pandemic, could be that offset of the Heavenly Father ramping everything up, implementing the C hip, and implementing these WW3, so that'd be us one day closer to seeing the day of the Lord, the return of Yahweh Shai, and the doing away with the kingdom of Esau, Edom, the wicked kingdom, and setting up of the righteous kingdom, the kingdom of heaven, So, we understand that for now is our salvation nearer than when we believe. Every day and every day that these prophecies kick off, we're one day closer to our salvation. We're one day closer to, Esau, Edom being taken out of power. Babylon the Great being utterly desolate, and us being beamed up in them chariots. So that's pretty much what I want to touch on. Just the day of the Lord. Because two things is going to be happening: salvation for His hopeful elect, and destruction for 2/3 of the nation of Israel, and the pulling down and destruction of this wicked sinful kingdom, aka Babylon the Great. But that's pretty much what I have for you. As far as touching on the day of the Lord. Lord's willing, this lesson was edifying to the hopeful elect. Until next time, I say shalom.